What's good, YouTube? It's your girl briananicole, and I'm back with another video. It's been so long since I've uploaded, and I'm just super excited to be back. I filmed this video last week, like the day after Mother's Day, and it wasn't working out. I didn't like it, so back again to redo it, and this one should be quicker. Y'all, I talk too much. Like, a lot of my videos are so long, so I am doing my best to keep this video like under 10-15 minutes. Which should be easy because not a lot has been going on. So as far as pregnancy update, I'm just gonna jump right in. I believe my last video was like my 17 to 20 something week, I'm not sure. So as far as my notes, as far as ending my second trimester, the only thing that stood out to me was food aversions. So I was craving a lot of shrimp at the beginning of my first trimester and the beginning of my second trimester, end of my first. But it just wasn't good after a while. So I noticed that I was not eating as nearly as much of the things that I was craving at first. Shrimp ceviche was another one. I had a big craving for that, and then I just did not want it. And a lot of other foods that I typically enjoy that my mom would cook, I didn't enjoy them as much. Not a lot, but like one or two. So chili was one that I usually always enjoy, and she made chili for me, and it just was off. It was so weird. And there was another one that I don't remember. And other than that, second trimester, my heartburn began around 25 weeks. And it wasn't that bad at 25 weeks compared to now. I still don't have it as bad as I did with my girls, but it is a little bit worse right now. At least between 27 to 30 weeks is when it was the worst. I'll be 32 weeks tomorrow, and it hasn't been bad all week. But you know, it comes and goes. And then another thing that ended in my second trimester was I started getting my itchy skin again. So baby boy has just been growing. So all around my belly button, or around my stomach in general, and my back and even my hips would itch a lot. And I know that's just because my skin is stretching. I don't know how much more it can stretch. I feel so huge. But yes, he's definitely big. And that's it for the end of my second trimester update. Haven't gotten sick or anything like that. But let's go on into third trimester, which begins at, I think it's 27 weeks. I think your third trimester begins. And like I said, I'm 32. So between then and now, the first thing I put on here was the lots of round ligament pain. So I've been having really bad round ligament pain since I was 14 weeks. It was like 12 to 14 weeks, where I was really starting to show really fast. And I remember going to urgent care just to make sure everything was fine, because for me to be so early, the pain was like horrible. But you know, he was fine. I went again at 17 weeks. Pain, it was just so bad. Again, I was fine and baby boy was fine. So they pretty much said it's round ligament pain. And my doctor told me, because this is my third baby in 3.5 years basically, and I've had them so close, that I'm prone to get more pains here and there with this pregnancy. So that's just something I had to put up with. And it has not went away. It's getting worse. But I've just been pushing through and trying to rest as much as I can. Which is another reason why I haven't filmed as much as I wanted to over the past few months. Between me graduating. So yes, I ended up graduating. I have a master's degree. I know in my last video I was really stressed about if I passed my exam. But yes, I passed. So between graduating and then my birthday and then Mother's Day and graduation party and events for friends, I've been nonstop and exhausted. So on the days that I've had a break, I've really been resting. And then another one that I noted was the pain on my left side. So when I try to sleep at night, I can't lay on my left side for more than an hour or two. It gets really, really bad. So I don't know. I just assume he's kicking me in my ribs or something. But when I lay on my right, I can pretty much lay on my right majority of the night and be okay. I just kind of sleep sitting up a little bit. I lift my mattress up and I sleep on an incline on my back. That seems to lately have been working the best for me. Next one, I don't have a lot of energy and I'm out of breath a lot. So that's fine. He's very heavy. He's head down and he did drop. There's pressure everywhere and I feel it. And it's worse for me like in the middle of the night. So when I get up in the middle of the night to use the restroom, the pressure pains are horrible. But pretty much throughout the day, they're not too bad other than the lightning crotch, which is never fun either. I still have some fatigue, but it's not as bad as it was in the first trimester. In the first trimester, I could not stay awake past like 8 o'clock at night. I was already asleep. I can stay up later now, but throughout my day is where I feel the fatigue the most now. So that's the difference between the first trimester and third trimester for me. First trimester, I just was asleep all the time. But now I can function and I can stay up late. But from the moment I wake up to the time I do fall asleep, there's constant periods of me just feeling exhausted, out of breath, my heart is racing, and I just know it's because our bodies are working, you know, so hard internally. So that's what I have to remember is sometimes to take those extra 5-minute breaks. I sit down a lot throughout the day. The other day for Mother's Day, it took a lot for me to do my hair and makeup. It took me probably 2.5 hours just to do a couple of big curls in my hair and my makeup. It was so hard. I had to keep sitting down. I had to catch my breath. I had to put the fan on me because I was getting really hot and sweaty. It was insane. Like I thought I was gonna have to go into the hospital because I just felt so exhausted doing that one task. So your girl got braids because I couldn't do it anymore with trying to do my hair. And not wearing makeup because couldn't do that either. Put a little mascara on and call it a day. So very tired with the little things right now. Baby is moving a lot. I do feel him every day, as you should at this stage. So that's a good thing. I did notate on here that I still have some light cramps, and I did, but I haven't had any for like a full week now. So that's a good thing. I've been drinking more water. Definitely was not drinking enough water at the beginning of my third trimester, and I caught on to that because of the cramps. So that's been helping a lot. And I put on here that nausea is still at least a weekly thing for me. That is still correct. Probably more than weekly. I would say every day or every other day I experience at least a second or two of nausea. But once I drink water or eat, I'm pretty much fine. Just like the first trimester, I don't feel I ever needed to take any type of nausea medications or anything like that. It was never that bad for me. But yes, guys, so that is it as far as symptoms. Like I said, I'm doing my best to keep this video short and not so long because, again, not that much has went on. I do want to show you guys baby boy's pictures because I think the last one I showed you guys, I don't even know, was probably his 20-week ultrasound. And he's so big now. He's weighing over 4 pounds. I know he's going to be here before July 20th. I'm estimating right now between June 28th and July 10th. He will be here sometime between those 2 weeks, 37 to 38 week mark. But yes, here is one of his pictures. So this one just shows his hair. All the white around his head is his hair. The ultrasound tech did tell me that he already has like hair on the back of his neck and that he has a head full of hair. So I'm really excited to see like his texture of hair. Both of my daughters have completely different textures. So I was told that boys a lot of times do have different textures from their sisters too. So I'm super excited to see that. There's my little fat boy. He is so cute. It has little chubby cheeks. And here's the bottom one with his name on it. So yeah, guys, baby boy is growing perfectly. Like I said, he's over 4 pounds at this stage already, and the countdown is on. So even if he comes on his due date, that's in like 7 weeks, I believe, or exactly 8 weeks actually, from tomorrow. Oh, and what is it called? I guess gas. Yeah, is another symptom I'm starting to get. Burping a lot and just being gassy in general. Not a lot, but it definitely started like a few days ago. and it's really annoying. So yes, officially 8 weeks and 1 day to go. So tomorrow I'll be 32 weeks and I'll have 8 weeks to go if I go to full term, but we're hoping, like I said, for like 6 weeks. But anyways, guys, so that is my pregnancy update. Quick little recap on what's been going on with me. Other than all that, I feel really good. I'm excited. Baby shower's coming up in like 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks or something. So that's gonna be a really fun video. I'm gonna be doing my hospital bag sooner than later because I keep having this dream that I'm going into labor and I have nothing prepared and I start freaking out and crying. And I've had that dream twice already. So I'm gonna be packing his bag probably like in the next 3-4 days and making that a video. Typically I didn't pack the girl's bag until about 34-35 weeks, but I'm packing his sooner. That glucose test. So I don't know if they do this for, well, from what I was told, actually, let me just go from there. What I was told from the doctors is that if you are more plus size, or you have had a pregnancy where you could have had borderline diabetes or anything like that, or you were close to getting it but didn't, or whatever the case may be, they automatically put you in to do this test 2 times. So because I failed it with one of my daughters, I believe my first daughter, I failed the 1 hour, but I passed the 3 hour. And then with my second pregnancy, I passed it on both. But even though I failed it that one time with my first pregnancy, I automatically had to do it twice. So the first trimester when I took it, I passed 1 hour. Second trimester, I failed the 1 hour glucose test. So I went back and did it again for the 3 hours. And it was interesting. So for the 3 hour test, your first blood draw, you're fasting. So right when you go in, they take your blood and then you drink the drink and then they draw your blood 3 more times each hour. So after I drank the glucose drink, you would think that if I was going to have the gestational diabetes that my levels would have went up, or, you know, would have been out of the standard range. Well, no, mines were all in the standard range, but my fasting glucose, the first blood draw they did, was outside of the standard range. It was high, which was really annoying. So they were saying that even though I passed the glucose part of it, because my fasting blood was higher, that I could still possibly have the gestational diabetes. So I had to go in yet another time, which I went in like 5 days later or so, and I had to do a fasting glucose. So I didn't have to drink the drink or anything like that. They just wanted me to fast overnight, go in and get my blood drawn just to see what my blood, you know, I guess what the levels were without anything in my system. And then they were much lower than that initial fasting blood draw. So I've been through the ringer with this whole glucose test and all this stuff, but at the end of it all, I am cleared. I don't, as of, you know, I don't want to say as of right now, that sounds bad, but like I don't have gestational diabetes, but I'm still looking out for my sugar intake and my eating habits now that I'm getting close to the end, because that original fasting one was high. So even though they're not going to diagnose me with anything, it was still kind of, you know, weird. Like, okay, why were you high that day? What did you eat that day that maybe could have made it harder for it to come back down? So, yeah, me personally, I'm definitely just still watching out for certain things that I drink or eat that might have a lot of sugars in it. There's one last symptom I forgot to mention really quick, is that I have really dry skin on my neck, and it's still there and it's horrible, and it's like around my entire neck at this point. I had it with the girls too, but it wasn't as bad on my neck, but I did have it on my face. So that's the only difference, is it's not on my face, but my neck is super, super dry. As soon as I have him, just like with the girls, it will go away. So I can't wait for that. So stay tuned, guys. I didn't forget about you. I'm back, and I have so much more time now that graduation is over to focus back on my pregnancy journey. Before I go, I do want to show you guys my baby bump. Because I haven't shown you guys that for a while either. So let me go ahead and stand up. So this is baby boy. Here he is from the side. He's big. Other side. So yes, I have a dark dress on, so it's probably kind of hard to see, like, you know, just how big he is, but hopefully you guys saw that pretty good. Yeah, so there he is. So yes, baby boy has definitely grown since my last bump update on here. And I'm just excited. We're getting towards the end, guys. But anywho, if you guys haven't already, share this video, like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. Thank you guys for supporting me and tuning in and being on this journey with me. I'll see you guys again pretty soon. I'm uploading another video shortly after this one. It'll be my toddler girls SHEIN haul. I got a request to do that. So if you're interested in seeing what the clothes look like for girls on SHEIN, go ahead and click on that video. And like I said, stay tuned for more. Bye, guys.